Bob Marley in Equestria by carlos69, with 2 thumbs up, 36 thumbs down, 12 comments, and 239 referrals. The tags for the story are comedy, random, crossover, adventure, human. Bob Marley was smoking some rare weed that he'd never seen before. His vision goes black, and when he wakes up, he realizes that he is not on Earth anymore. Will he be able to make it home? Will he find friends? The ponies that star in the story are Spike, the main 6, Princess Celestia, Princess Luna. Blackout, with 149 words. Bob Marley was singing during a concert. He was singing the Redemption Song, Get Up, Stand Up, and Redemption songs. After the concert, he went to the bathroom and smoked some rare weed that he got off eBay for $5. He was smoking when he noticed his vision was getting black. He then passed out. He woke up to see he was in a hospital bed. There were no doctors anywhere. He got up and walked into the hallway. He was having a hard time walking, but got better over time. He saw a metal door chained up with a sign that said, "Keep out, dead inside." Then he woke, breathing heavy and sweating. He noticed he wasn't in the bathroom. He was on a grassy hill. "This place looks colorful," he said to himself. He got up and saw a town in the distance. Bob Marley walked into the town to see ponies everywhere. He was confused about where he was. He saw a pink pony coming into his face, talking so fast he couldn't process what it was. "Hi," Bob said. "Wait, hi," Bob said. "Hi, my Pinkie Pie, what are you supposed to be?" Pinkie Pie said. "I would ask you the same," Bob said. "My name's Bob Marley," Bob said. "Nice to meet you, Bob," Pinkie said, excited. "Where am I exactly?" Bob said, scratching the back of his head. "You're in Ponyville, the cutest town ever," Pinkie said, less excited. "Ponyville, I never heard of it," Bob said while he looked around. "What?" Pinkie gasped. Pinkie told him about Twilight and how he could help him get home. Bob entered the library while ducking under the door. "Twilight, I have something you should see," Pinkie said. Twilight came down and screamed at the sight of Bob. She brought out her horn. "Get out of the way, Pinkie, or he'll eat you!" Twilight yelled. Pinkie just started laughing. "Twilight, Bob's harmless. He wouldn't eat no pony," Pinkie said. Bob chuckled at the word "no pony." Twilight calmed down. "Why are you here, Bob?" she asked. "I don't know, Mon," he said. Twilight shook her head. "Okay," she said. This story is 10 out of 10 IGN. Bob realized that he couldn't go home. He didn't know what to do. He went outside to take a walk for a little bit. It was dark outside. He could still see thanks to the moon. He walked into the park and sat on a bench. He put his hands on his face and took a deep sigh. He looked up to see a squirrel staring at him. He ignored the squirrel. He looked at the ground and thought about his friends and family. That night he slept on the cold, hard bench. He woke up in the middle of the night with rain. He ran to a tree to get away from the rain. He eventually fell asleep again. This is kind of fucked. Trying to have fun. Bob woke up with a backache and a headache. He saw the bright sun hitting him in the face. He got up and rubbed his eyes. He saw Fluttershy walked up. "Why are you out here?" she asked. "I just took a little walk," he lied. Fluttershy shook her head. "Twilight has breakfast ready for you back at the library," Fluttershy said, pointing at the library. "Thanks," Bob replied. He opened the door to smell pancakes. Twilight came in the room with a worried face. "Where have you been, Bob?" she said. "I went for a walk," he said. Twilight just sighed. "Your breakfast is on the table," Twilight said, pointing at the table. "Thank you," Bob said. He sat down and ate his pancakes. This is fucking riveting. The party. Rainbow brought him to Sugarcube Corner that morning for a surprise. Bob wasn't much for parties, even fun ones. Though they went inside. Wait, what? Bob wasn't much for parties, even fun ones? Are you fucking serious? For fuck's sake. They went inside, noticing no one was inside and it was dark. The lights came on and everyone shouted, "Surprise!" The jump scare didn't affect Bob for some reason. Everyone came to say hi to him. He went to get some punch. He got a cup and took a sip of it. It tasted like red Kool-Aid to him. It was very sweet. He put the cup down and went to thank Pinky for the party. Even though he didn't like parties, he wanted to be nice. After that, he went outside to smoke the leftover weed. After he was done, he took a nap on the table. After the party, he woke up to realize he was in Twilight's library again. He got up and went outside for a walk. He walked for a while until he entered the ever-free forest. He thought it was any other forest. He heard a lot of growls from behind him. He looked up behind him to see nothing. He kept walking until he ran into a timber wolf. It growled while showing his teeth. Bob just looked at it. Okay. He then ran as fast as he could. He tripped on rocks and twigs, but kept his ground. He eventually exited the forest, leaving the timber wolf behind. He had a lot of cuts and bruises from that timber wolf. He found a small cottage up a hill not too far away. At the cottage. As he approached the cottage, he saw a lot of animals. He thinks he knows who lives here. He knocked on the door. The door cracked open to travel Fluttershy. Fluttershy, I need your help with patching these wounds, man, Bob said. Oh my goodness, come in and tell me what happened, Fluttershy said, moving away from the door. Bob came in and sat on the couch. He told her about the timber wolf and how dark it was. She was shocked to hear this. When she was done, she told him to stay here for the night to let the wounds heal. Bob fell asleep on the couch within a few minutes. This story was fucking marvelous, except for the whole Bob Marley not liking parties thing. He loved parties. I'm pretty sure of that.